Hello, dear listener, and welcome to Cellulose Free. My name is Colin, and with me, as always, is my fellow film watch compadre and son, Thomas.
Oh, hello.
What you been up to?
Oh, just the usual.
Good. We have film to watch. All right, let's get a level.
There is not a chance that any of that audio was in any way usable, is there?
The missing pilot episode.
Oh, dear. Well, hopefully, was that good enough? Or were you not actually looking at the screen?
Oh, yeah, no, that's great. Thanks. Thanks, mate. Cobber.
Yeah.
Brill.
Colin had a problem and a microphone to spare. Thomas took it up and so the podcast went to air. For weeks and months they trolled through every single DVD. They've unwrapped all the ones they can and now they're cellulose free. Now they're cellulose free.
Hello, dear listener, and welcome to Cellulose Free. My name is Colin, and with me, as always, is my fellow film watcher, compadre and son, Thomas.
Hi, hello.
What have you been up to?
I had planned to go on a walk yesterday, and then I got up too late, so that didn't happen.
Right.
But I felt sort of an obligation to myself to get something done this week. And so I went for a walk today, which is sort of unusual. I wouldn't normally do it on a podcast day.
No.
But it's probably going to be fine. I'm going to be feeling the effects tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what I've decided.
Yeah. Except I've decided I think we can only do our best work if we stand up to record. So everyone's standing up.
Anyway, I walked to Eastlands and then I bussed over to Hobart.
Right.
So walking along, and this is a group of students with, I assume, a teacher or some sort of supervisor across the road from Scotch Oakburn College, which it turns out is in Launceston. So I guess there was some sort of field trip, or perhaps they were spending a couple of days down here.
Could be.
Or, alternatively, they were on their way back, a couple of hours after I saw them, which would have put them back in Launceston, 5 p.m.-ish, possibly. Hard to say.
Or it could have been just like one of those transportation disaster type, like the Final Countdown, where they were suddenly transplanted into a different location. And a different time. They were actually a class from 1984 that has been missing since 1984. Suddenly turned up in Hobart in 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
I get to Elizabeth Street Mall, and there are usually, banners on all of the light posts. And the banners at the moment, they read Anzac Day, lest we forget.
Yes.
Anzac Day, of course, was almost 3 weeks ago.
Almost 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
So, of course, those have been forgotten.
Good.
That, or nothing else of note is happening in Hobart at the moment, which seems about as likely.
Yeah, they're probably figuring there's no point until Dark Mofo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably it. When I'm on a walk,
yes,
I want some sort of source of sugar, some sort of source of salt.
Right.
Because, as has been established, I sweat a lot, and sweating, that consumes sodium.
Yes.
And so I head into Donut King, and the donuts at the Donut King in Cat and Fiddle Arcade, I don't know exactly how they're different, but they are different from the ones that you can get from Eastlands.
As in the Donut King from Eastlands?
Yes.
Right, as opposed to the Coles from Eastlands.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Those are different again.
Yes.
Yes. Just sort of I go for, hot cinnamon donuts because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
And they're, well, I don't actually want them hot. I want to take them somewhere else, in which time they will have become less hot. The ones at Canfiddle are sort of crispier.
Okay.
Not sure exactly how. I don't think the batter would be significantly different.
No.
But also the cost calculation is slightly different, and I spent 50 cents more than I was expecting to.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that dealt with sugar. Sodium, trekked up to the new Hobart KFC, because, I mean, that is my go-to for sodium. And it's a strange place. It is a very strange place. It's very, very small.
Yeah.
And with 2 rows of ordering kiosks on either side of this faux corridor that leads up to the counter. 8 kiosks, I think there were.
Right.
Which seems like far too many for how many seats were actually in the place, but I guess they're expecting people to take it away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I asked for extra salt on my popcorn chicken go bucket.
Yeah.
And there was very little salt on my popcorn chicken go bucket.
Ripped off. So you just had to lick your sweaty arms to get the sodium back.
I lost all 0 cents that it costs to get extra salt on your chips. Speaking of things that were forgotten and related to the troops, the Bridge of Remembrance, I want to say, that, carries you between the aquatic centre and the cenotaph. At one end of this, there's a sign that says that the intercity cycleway will be closed for the Selfs Point renewal in March.
Yes.
It is now the middle of May. I think it's happened by now. And then, going past the regatta ground to rejoin the intercity cycleway, saw a possum. Didn't get a photo of it. It sort of scampered off before I could...
Wow.
Before I'd registered that there was a possum.
That's quite bizarre.
Yeah. Another guy was like, very, very strange to see a possum here at about 2 p.m.
Yeah.
It was by then.
There's certainly plenty of possums around there, but they're nocturnal.
Yeah.
Well and truly nocturnal.
Very strange. And, continued along, went up Cornelian Bay, ended up in Newtown at around 3:30 p.m, which it turns out is exactly the wrong time to be intending to get on a bus along the Newtown Road, Elizabeth Street corridor.
What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking that I didn't want to walk anymore, and so I got on a bus. At which point I discovered that all of the independent schools along that corridor let out around that time.
Yeah. Yep.
Fortunately, I was going where they were going, and so it wasn't really a problem, but... So
you didn't need to tell the bus driver, right, go that way. But that's not our route. No, I want you to go that way.
And so, I'd sat down in the quote-unquote disabled seating because, as has also been established, I am a long boy. I am a very long boy in the legs.
Yeah.
And so I have to sit there unless I can somehow find one of the very few seats that are less short in the legs. Oh, another thing that happened, on my way to Hobart.
I thought you were going to say you had a drink of water in Cornelian Bay to get your salt back.
No.
Right.
On my way to Hobart, I got on a kinetic bus without judgment, because fares are still free until the end of June.
Ah, okay. Right.
I have heard tell of kinetic bus drivers' reactions to people attempting to use green cards on their buses.
Uh-huh.
And
no, we don't.
And that's basically the gist of it. Yeah, that was nice. I probably could have sat in one of the regular seats on that bus, actually. It seems like they space out their seats a bit more. But anyway, and then I came back home, and that was the end of that.
Right.
Had a shower.
Well, you got a decent amount of steps then?
Yeah. 21,000.
Right.
21,000 steps. Yeah.
Huh. What did I get today? 22,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. But mine was a little more convoluted, can you believe it, than that.
Great.
Yeah.
A YouTuber I occasionally watch who does, historical things around Hobart.
Oh, yes.
So, Hobart, it sort of looks less hilly than it actually is because of the heights of the buildings.
Yes.
And it is quite hilly in places.
Yeah. No, I think he might get into a bit of trouble for his last video.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think there might have been a bit of trespassing going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, he's been in the rivulet and...
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be down there either.
No.
Oh, well. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been chasing phone booths again, or pay phones, and have managed to ruffle some feathers by the looks of things. So...
Great.
Yeah, and someone's got it in for me. Someone who has a car, which is a bit of a pain.
Well, yes, that would make getting to them somewhat easier.
Yeah, that's right. And this person is the undisputed champion of nabbing phones all over southern Tasmania, and is quite adamant that he is the king. And so anyone who tries to take any of his phones is swiftly dealt with by him racing around the place. I strongly suspect, between you and me, I did have a cunning plan. I realised that he was actually coming up behind me through Warrain.
Right.
Unfixing the ones that I'd taken. So I'd logged one of them and then sat a distance away from and waited. And so I know what this person drives and know what he looks like. Because everyone had been curious. What does he do? Does he work for Telstra or something? Because he's all over the place. And... he must be going through a whole heap of fuel and what have you. He's driving a Tesla, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. And I reckon he's an Uber driver who does the airport run. And to do so, instead of going up the highway, he just goes up through Warrain to flip all those. And that's my guess anyway.
Well, what other reason would one have to have all three payphones that are in Hobart Airport?
Yes, that was the clincher of my calculation. He's obviously in the vehicle all the time, and he does that run a number of occasions, and he's got the airport, so strongly suspect an Uber driver. And the fact that it's a Tesla, they're quite popular for Ubering. But yeah, the number of times now that I have sort of then backtracked and reflipped them after waiting 20 minutes. I'll go do some shopping and then turn around and go back and reflip them. Because it's no skin off my nose. I got my 20,000 steps today, and I got them yesterday. And one of the cool ones today was the fact that I could duck over from Tranmere to Clarendon Vale, which meant that for him to flip those back, because the vibe that I get is that he can't stand being disrupted.
I'm looking at Clarendon Vale now, and there he is again.
Yep. There's a Discord channel that I've discovered since that has states, and he's quite do your worst kind of thing, because I'm going to not care. I'm going to flip them again. So anyway, today and yesterday and the day before, I've managed to, in the last week, I've lost a little over 1 kilo.
Great.
Yeah, which is really good. And I said that on Discord. I said, because he sort of rubbed it in, I told you I'd come after you type of thing. And I said, it was a beautiful day. I got over 20,000 steps. And in the last week, I've lost a little over a kilo. And it was glorious. And he sort of responded, well, that's good. Good on you type of deal. So anyway.
Oh, I hadn't realised all the payphones were on 04 numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think there's like a mobile chip in them now.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's really weird is that the location of one of them in town, like, the bus mall.
Yeah.
That's got 2 phones in it.
Yeah.
And there's one just around the corner of the post office. Mm-hmm. And if you activate that one, that doesn't actually show up on the map.
Uh-huh.
But way up, further up the road, a non-existent payphone plings as now being yours.
Great.
So yeah, if you're trying to sort out your map and say, oh, I need to grab that one, you'll walk up to it and it doesn't exist.
Great.
It's actually way down near the bus mall. So that's been... It's been an interesting couple of days. I had an interesting interaction with a cat and mouse game going on in town, around Salamanca predominantly. That, I had to give myself a good talking to because it got a little silly and I got a little competitive. And this was before I'd even been aware that there was a Discord channel.
Yeah.
And so I got the other person's side of things because I worked out who that person was. But what was really weird was that we actually crossed each other's paths, and it was like, something like Mission Impossible, where everything slows down in slow motion and eye contact is made as 2 people are going in different directions, and you think, that's the murderer type of thing. And found out later with all this mad running around that, we did recognise each other even though we had no idea. So that's what I've been up to. I do ache a lot.
Yeah.
And I can see, because even in the last couple of days, the number in Hobart of new players, it's going to just be, it's at the limit of being fun now, as it is. I'd rather get my 20,000 steps walking through the bush than down through the middle of Warrane. I've given it a go. But even if there's twice as many players in Hobart as there is now, it's just going to be that type of cat and mouse type thing. And the number of people who are in cars that can do it quickly.
Yeah.
And you feel kind of guilty that even though, yes, I used some public transport, but I was using buses that were already carrying passengers and wasn't having a great carbon footprint, me stepping onto a bus for brief sections. I'm still getting my steps, but it's also causing other people to come out in vehicles. And at the moment, I've just got a certain queasiness about that. Even the electric vehicles, there's microplastics coming off their tyres and things like that. I'm probably overthinking things, but yeah, I can see this having a limited shelf life for me at least. Yeah. And I can see that being the case with a lot of people. It is not as, I guess, game robust as, say, Pokemon Go. It's, Anyway, we've been talking and waffling on.
Yeah.
Speaking of vehicles and racing around the place, we have a film to watch.
We do.
What are we watching this week, Thomas?
We are watching... He says as he brings it up because, we've been looking at other things.
Well, so. I told the other kids that we're watching Herbie Does a Murder. I knew it had Herbie in it somewhere.
Yeah. We are watching the 1974 film Herbie Rides Again.
So what year was the first one?
The first one was The Love Bug
Yeah.
in 1969.
Right.
So it's 5 years later.
5 years later.
5 years later.
Yep.
Which you'd think would mean that, you'd probably have to set it somewhere else entirely.
You'd think so, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
But no, it's set in the same firehouse in San Francisco. And as far as I can recall, doesn't involve any racing whatsoever, or indeed any of the previous cast, which is
Yes.
a choice.
It is a choice. No, I can't remember any racing in it either, but I guess we're going to find out. Please, unless you've already done it and my mind went blank
Nope.
there, please tell our dear listener what the plot synopsis is.
Herbie comes to the rescue when a greedy real estate tycoon is after an elderly widow's home. Contains tobacco depictions.
Surprisingly, we are watching it on Digny Plug.
Yeah.
And, sorry, I say that surprisingly. It is actually on the shelf.
Yeah.
We could have grabbed one of those circular silver things, but we're not going to.
No.
We're going to crank up the set-top box. We're going to watch that. We're going to come back and talk about it. So we shall catch you on the flip side.
Turn to side B. Or sort of split the thing widthways.
Widthwise?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then come first and third.
Okay.
So turn to sides A and C simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you have to have seen the Love Bug for that to make any sense.
Yeah.
You mongrel. So what did you think?
It's not very good, is it?
It's absolute rubbish.
Yeah.
My goodness. That was a real yawn fest.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking, can you imagine being in the cinema with a bunch of kids and all of them going, where's the cars? Everyone's just talking. This is boring. I don't think we saw any vehicle for probably 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that prior 15, 20 minutes was just talking heads that were conversations that would not have interested the target audience whatsoever. And it didn't improve much, even when Herbie did appear.
It's all very cheap.
Oh, yeah.
There are stunts. There are still stunts, but they're all composited.
Yeah.
Like, there are practical elements, but they're not practical effects.
No. We have a bit of a running gag in the house whenever there is some very unspecial special effects. I pipe up with that's special. That's a special effect. And my goodness, there were some special effects in this.
Yeah. It's most properly summarised by the sequence climbing up the Golden Gate Bridge and then descending back down the Golden Gate Bridge, at which point the car gives way to Matt.
Yeah. Why they didn't trim that just before the car becomes transparent to... Oh, dear. As for regurgitating, there would have been about 5 minutes worth of Herbie dreaming of the last movie.
We need the film to be 90 minutes, and we've still got 5 minutes left over.
Yep. And they were the best car sequences in the whole film.
Well, yeah. Because those were all shots of practical effects and actual stunts. That sequence, completely disconnected from the rest of the film and bookended by a still of Herbie.
Yes.
Not even the illusion that it was footage, it was a still of Herbie on either end of that.
Dear, oh dear. It was very much a case of watching and thinking constantly, they're not really there, are they? They're not really there, are they? Those kids waving as they drive past, they're not there, are they?
No.
Oh dear. Budget. Did they have one?
Not one that's listed on Wikipedia.
No.
The Love Bug was 5 million and made like 10 times that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to imagine that this probably had the same budget in absolute terms.
Maybe. Yeah.
At best.
It very much felt like made for television or straight to video before straight to video existed. I mean, here I am assuming that it did get a theatrical release.
Yeah, it did.
Rather than made for Disney's wide world of entertainment or whatever for a Sunday afternoon. I just,
Keenan Winshaw has aged in the 13 years since we last saw him.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I don't know what to say. It really was not entertaining. The only entertaining bits were not intentional.
It feels somewhat like they had a concept for this Let's Save the Firehouse film. Or just, let's save this building that someone loves. And then, well, how do we make this interesting? I know, let's throw Herbie into it. That's
shoehorn an existing franchise in.
It feels one sentient car is. We can do better than that. And to be honest, I do like the additions that they've made to the things that should not be sentient.
Yes.
Just not sure that they're necessary, really.
No. I think this very much falls into the category of films that shouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But hey.
Yeah?
4 weeks from now.
Yeah?
We're getting Jim Douglas back.
We are, hooray! And I suspect there might be some racing happening.
Yeah.
As opposed to a rear projection chicken run.
In fact...
Yes?
One race will take up almost the entire length of the film.
What? There isn't a race in the world that's big enough to do that. Is there?
There might be.
Oh, okay.
There might be.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Thomas, I don't have any energy to come up with anything to say about that dross.
Not good.
No. Look, if it had been the kind of thing that you could justify as saying, yeah, that was definitely made for the kids, that just doesn't work. Because, no, the kids just would have been bored with it. I was bored with it. I think you were bored with it.
It just needed to get to the point.
Yeah, and I think we've got to the point.
It's sad when even the obligatory gag montage in the middle of the film doesn't really inspire much in the way of joy.
I'm trying to think which one was it. Was it the collision in the middle of...
No.
Or the police cars pulling and...
The lawyers chasing around.
Oh, okay.
It's like they had some ideas left over from the original, and it's like, oh yeah, we could do that. That could work.
No, the entire budget was just spent on the soap sud machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, got nothing else, Thomas. Do you have anything else?
No.
I think we'll move on. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on.
The following segment has no title. Thank you.
We will start And conclude over on Discord with Entuosferatu,
Hi, Entuosferatu.
who says, in space, no one can hear you, mongrel. I couldn't possibly guess this week's file name, so I'll leave the arbitrary points for others.
Others.
Yeah, others. No.
I obviously chose well for our special 200th episode. A film that dragged everyone out of their little safety hermitages to come out and say, here I am and I have something to contribute. It was that kind of film, obviously. So not even a guess from Entuosferatu.
No, but he does say, read the stinger.
Yes.
I've been hearing livers in the air tonight. Oh, Lord.
Levels. Good. Thanks for that, Entuosferatu. You have made this podcast worth recording.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A small bright light on an otherwise dismal swamp of eternal stench.
If anyone had made a file name guess this week, you couldn't have gone wrong by just you know, putting the title of the film in.
I think that was a safe bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This week might be a little more difficult.
Very much so.
I think what you've gone with is sensible. Like, vaguely sensible. The problem is that there's a lot of vaguely sensible options that could be gone with.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are going to have to ask all of our dear listeners if there's any chance, any hope of the file name being guessed for this episode for Herbie Rides Again.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have to contribute. Yeah.
If you have a file name guess or film suggestions or comments on the film that we've watched or our commentary or the film that we're going to watch next week.
I don't know whether we will watch one next week. This week has just crushed me, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're definitely not scrambling to pull up.
Well, no, look, I had it up and I can't find it now.
Great.
Yeah.
Good job. Well, I suppose I'll just stall here for a moment.
Somewhere.
And let our dear listener know that the place to tell us things is in the show notes or in the comments or, you know, all those places.
That's right.
Do write in.
Please.
We get lonely.
Very, very lonely. Next week. Oh, no, we're going to move on, aren't we?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay, let's move on.
Pick a film for next week so we can go to bed.
And, as foreshadowed, it is your turn.
Wow, that's uncanny. Thomas, we're going to watch some more Disney.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Disney animated or Disney live action?
Live action based on a 1977 semi-animated.
Right.
Yeah. So this is based on a film that came out in 1977 that I actually quite enjoyed but didn't get a great deal of excitement. It didn't go gangbusters, I don't think. However, Disney decided to make a live-action version of it in 2016.
Yeah. I just ran a Google search, not to find Disney
cheating,
not to find Disney films in 1977, but to confirm my suspicion as to what this film might be.
Right.
And I am fairly certain that this film might be Pete's Dragon.
A mysterious boy claims to live in the woods with a giant green dragon? No, it's not. We are going to watch the 2016 live-action adaptation, and it is not a direct adaptation, like a lot of the live actions from animations tend to be Disney-wise, which is possibly a good thing. I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm not even going to bother reading the extended.
Yeah.
We'll stick with a mysterious boy claims to live in the woods with a giant green dragon. Pete's Dragon from 2016. That is what we're going to watch next week, whether you like it or not. But until then, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
You have been listening to Cellulose Free. Your hosts were Colin, who produces and edits the show, and Thomas, who makes the artwork and music. Cellulose Free is recorded in the Deranged Cat Studios in scenic Tasmania, Australia. We keep track of our extensive physical media collection through My Movies, which we highly recommend. You can find links to that, as well as other places you can find us in the show notes. Cellulose Free is a Hi Hello production.
Well, just for that, I refuse to like it.
Oh,
I will not.
Excellent. Especially when I guess you could probably class it as a coming-of-age film.
Ugh.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I'm stopping.